Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play fake here. Daniels makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons. Field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Daniels from the pistol. That one is caught left side of the field. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Daniels now. He's got it. Room to run. He's still going at the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Here's 2nd and 2. This one taken in by Zacchaeus. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. On is Katie York for the PAT. That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. On now is York to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Singletary. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Okay, here we go.
Now an inside give to Singletary. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Okay, here we go.
They'll run for this. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Robinson on the inside give. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled in knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction, but how well the defense had that one covered.
Third down give to Robinson. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Still well short after the 3-yard run. It's going to be 4th down and 6. Katie York now on for the field goal. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Biggie, 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 Biggie.
They go play fake with Jones. To the left sideline, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there, and it's good enough for a New York first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
On first down, this is Singletary.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Half 18, half 18. Up we go.
Here's 2nd and 14. Got a man, Robinson. Oh, the football's loose. And the Commanders pick this one up. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's a 2-score game early. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They got it off that fumble recovery to end the first. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Got his target at Zacchaeus. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Able to find Ertz. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On first down, here's Daniels. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Let's go now.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve, complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will add to their score.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Calm, calm, calm. Up we go.
McKinnon now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 32. He finds Slayton. Gets some space around midfield. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Play fake, Jones. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Able to find McKinnon. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Giants. With it, 3rd and 2.
Here we go, hey. Up we go.
Here's a give straight up the middle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Oh, put some heat on. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Triple right, Pacino. Triple right, Pacino.
First down, throw by Jones. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
To throw again here on 2nd and 10. Jones. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. He breaks a tackle. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. This one's hauled in on the left side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go. Track. Track 60. Go.
Daniels on first down. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. Now Daniels to throw. It's taken in by Eckler. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take.
And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. And they'll take a knee. Well, that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report. Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. On now is York to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Cadence, lock in the cadence.
Hand off to McKinnon from the gun. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Here we go.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Oh, no, they get him yet again. That is Michael Davis. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick six. That pick six ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Owned back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. And the Commanders get home, they drop in. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pass caught by McKinnon. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
That's taken at the 15. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play fake here. Daniels. It's taken in by Sinnott. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. A run here with Robinson. Across midfield to the 45. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Daniels from the pistol. That's caught at the 4. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Giants 3. Cade York to kick off.
On now is York to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
On the return, the Giants take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And the Commanders get home, they drop him.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Jim. Up, go.
The second down run by Singletary. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. A 5-yard gain helps, but they need a dozen now here on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Up, go.
Jones. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
Detroit Johnson, Detroit Johnson. Up we go.
Oh, they're going for this. And they pick him off again. And the Commanders are going to have it after his second interception of the season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks off the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
A give left side to McCaffrey. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. On now is York to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
They give up the gut to Singletary. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Giants have it to start the 4th in a game that seems pretty far out of reach. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Okay, here we go. Timberland. I'll go.
Throwing here, Jones. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Cockroach. I'll go.
Blitz coming for Jones. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
I'll go.
Trying again following the sack. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the fumble recovery is made.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Go.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a pickup of 11. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Shut up.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Staying with Robinson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Tight end gets it running forward. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here's Robinson, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Another carry for Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Running with Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. It's no good. Oh, his aim was up on that shorty block, and it hits the right upright. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That mess really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Calm. Why shift to Crude? Crude, up and go.
They'll stick with Singletary. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
Momo. Up and go.
Here's Jones to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Mike Sandler still makes the play. And the Commanders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive. And now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.